everybody, this is Akanksha Singh and I'll be taking you through the entire series of maths and science. Hello friends, today we're going to do states of matter. Now this is another topic in chemistry in science, and this is a chapter of class 6 that we're going to do today. Now, states of matter. Now, any matter exists in three forms. Either it is in solid, or it is in liquid, or it is in gases. Now, solid, liquid, gases are the forms of matter. So anything that exists, any matter, any object that exists is either in the solid form, or in the liquid form, or in the gases form. That is the classification of matter: solid, liquid, and gases. Now these are three forms of matter. Now all those substances, now we're talking about what is a matter. So anything that occupies a space and has mass means weight. Okay, in general you can say weight. Now anything that has that occupies space and has a mass in it is known as matter, right? So once again, let me repeat that the gases, liquids, and solids are the forms of matter. Now let's see how these gases, liquids, and solids are made up of. Now gases, liquids, and solids are made up of atoms. You can say molecule, or you can say ions, and their behavior is actually different. Their behavior is different from each other on the basis of the distances between these particles. So let's understand each of these states of matter one by one, and we'll be understanding each of them very quickly. Now, solid state. Now, solid, what is a solid? Mm, any metal is a solid, or any wood is a solid, right? Anything that you hold and you cannot change its shape, it is tight enough to hold its space, hold its shape, and it has weight, and it cannot be changed. Now those substances whose size and shape cannot be differed is known as solid. So let's see the molecular structure of solid. Now here I have made the molecular structure of solid. Now, this molecular structure, can you see that the intermolecular spaces are minimal? They are tightly packed. All the molecules inside this object, we're referring this object to be a square object. And we can see that the molecules are tightly packed. Now, it's not necessary that the shape of the object will always be square. It can be anything. It can be a circle. It can be a triangle. But it is said to be a solid when the molecules inside it are packed very closely, right? So this is how they are packed inside a solid. The distance between the molecules are highly are not there. They are very minimal, right? And how can you differ from a solid to a liquid or to a gas? Solid, when you hold it, it will not change its size, it will not change its shape. So that is about solid. Once again, this is the first state of matter. In solids, the particles that are arranged in the solid are tightly packed to each other, very close to each other. Moving ahead to the next state of matter, which is liquid state. Now, those substances which can take shape of the vessel, understand, in whichever container we pour a water, in whichever container we pour liquid, it takes the shape of the container itself. But you can say they have volume, right? They do not have fixed shape, but they do have a fixed volume. That is called as a liquid. Now when you talk about molecular arrangement of a liquid, they are loose as compared to the solids. We've seen in the solids that the molecules are tightly packed, but when we talk about liquids, the particles here, or the molecules here, or the ions here are quite at a distance in the liquid as compared to the solids, but they are not very far away. So this is the molecular structure of a liquid state. As you can see, the molecules, the distance between the molecules is quite prominent. You can see the distances between the molecules, and this is the formation of a liquid. When we talk about formation of a liquid, it looks like this. So always remember, liquid do not have a shape. It takes the shape of the utensil it is kept in, but does has volume. This is something that you have to remember. Liquid has volume, but it does not have shape. And the molecular arrangement of liquid is quite far away. The molecules are far away relatively to the solid structure. So this is all about liquid states, and this is the second state of matter that we have discussed. Let's discuss the third state of matter, which is gaseous state. Now, the particles of gaseous substance are very far away, and the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecule is the least. As we found in the solid, the intermolecular attraction between the molecules was very, very tight. And when we talk about liquid, the intermolecular space was very weak. But when we talk about gas, it is the least. So these substances do not have a shape as the liquids, and they do not have fixed volume as well. Whereas liquids have fixed volume, but gases do not have fixed volume. So those substances which do not have fixed volume and no shape are called as gases. And the molecular structure, this is the molecular structure of a gas. As you can see, the molecules are far away. So the space is very prominent. It is far, far, far loose as compared to liquids. So there are three states of matter: solid, liquid, gases. In solid, we saw the atoms were tightly packed with each other. The intermolecular spaces between the atoms were least, and the intermolecular attraction was the highest in solids. Talking about liquids, in liquids, the molecular attraction was less than the solids, and the spaces, intermolecular spaces, were prominent. Talking about gas, in gases, when we talk about gas and gas, the intermolecular attraction is the least, and they are least tightly packed to each other, and they do not have fixed size and volume. This is something that you have to remember for always. So solid has shape and volume, liquid has volume but no shape, and gas has no volume and no shape. Okay, so directly jumping to the homework or the assignment part that I always give you as a custom of my videos. So there are three questions that I've asked, and I would like to answer you. I would like you guys to answer me for these questions and leave the answers in the comment boxes. I will also share the answer in the comment box. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment box. I will make sure that I share the content to explain you, or I'll make the another video for explaining you guys. Uh, Thank you so much for watching my video and liking my video and for your support. Thank you so much.